Shalom, Israel. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Righteous Reaction Podcast with your host, Adoniyah720.
That is Zion.
And we'll be getting into episode 8. And guess what? This is a very, very, very crazy situation. Victim of hoax.
Victim or hoax?
Texas man claims women forced him into S work.
Yeah. With the pistol. They say, get down.
Wow.
Get down. You on your knees. They did all that.
All kind of crazy stuff. But y'all already know how we get into it. We're going to be bringing the wisdom scriptures, Torah law, you know what I'm saying, and reacting off this video, having fun, you know what I'm saying? But you got something to say?
I'm gonna eat your cookies while we talk about cookie. You ready?
Yeah, she's a crazy one too. She's a crazy bag of cookies. But anyhow, let's get to it.
And forced him into sex work.
Court records backing up the victim's story, and he's sharing it only on 13. ABC 13's Luke Jones is live at the Harris County Jail detailing those 6 days of terror, Luke.
Yeah, and what a terror it was. So far, the only charges are aggravated kidnapping, but this man says, in reality, he was really the victim of sex trafficking. Masterminded, he said.
Wait.
You heard it.
Y'all heard it, y'all. This is a man saying he's a victim. He's a victim.
The victim.
Of human trafficking.
The victim.
Come on, man. A man.
A victim.
Listen, a man supposed to never get caught in a situation like this. Period. At all. Not a man.
Yeah, that's what they say. However, it can be done apparently. So it can't be no double standards, you know. Women, it always happen to women. It can't happen to men. Actually, it can.
They say it was done. So we gonna get to the video. Like I said, we ain't seen it. So we finna get straight to it. Like, this is gonna be like a live reaction, like live in the restaurant, you know what I'm saying? Because we ain't even get to see this one. But anyhow, you know what I'm saying, y'all, let's get into the video.
Let's do it.
As by a woman who called herself Cookie, operating out of a North Harris County motel.
Like, it was really ghetto. It was scary.
A young man who still shudders when he thinks about all he endured. For almost a week, he says he was held captive in a room at the Regency Inn on Cypress Station near FM 1960. Forced, he says, to have sex for money.
Now look now, family. If y'all still got a Regency Inn up out there where y'all stay, know that is the Adoniyah Motel. Okay? Them things supposed to bring their clothes down. Anytime you see a Regency Inn, don't you go there. Don't stay there. Swerve past that thing. Go to Holiday Inn. Work classy. Bet you won't be grabbed up next door.
Blurring his face to protect his privacy.
It was a lot of crackheads, like a lot of them, like a lot of sketchy homeless people.
A life, he says, he never imagined for himself. When the Harris County Sheriff's Office says he was sucked into October 18th. That's when they say one of the victim's friends, Esmeralda Pena, invited him to the Regency.
She said that she had a job for me. Like, she was gonna help me make some money because I didn't have a job.
Once here, he says he was introduced to this woman, Herbanique Forrest. Although when they met, he says she went by a different name.
Her name was Cookie.
Cookie, he says, quickly said about signing him up.
Now, we ain't got no sense. Why would y'all send us content with people looking like that? Y'all can't fix my mouth straight and look right. That girl, she looked like she was. But look at her. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Look at her. Ain't no lace front loop. You see all that residue sitting on top of her head?
Wait, and this the woman that forced him into S work?
Oh, she forced him. Looking like that.
Man, I don't know.
She forced him.
But the other girl said, you know what I'm saying, she had a job for him. He said he needed some work.
Oh, for real.
And they had a job for him. So I'm really whining about that.
So how you gonna let somebody that look like that get that close to you and say, I need you to go perform this on this?
Not that one.
Not anyone.
We're gonna run it back. I think it started like right here.
I can't believe what I saw. Oh,
he said
my
he
goodness.
needed a job, so
Cypress Station near FM 1960. Forced, he says, to have sex for money. We're blurring his face to protect his privacy.
It was a lot of crackheads, like a lot of them, like a lot of sketchy homeless people.
A life, he says, he never imagined for himself. When the Harris County Sheriff's Office says he was sucked into October 18th. That's when they say one of the victim's friends, Esmeralda Pena, invited him to the Regency.
She said that she had a job for me, like she was gonna help me make some money because I didn't have a job.
See, she said,
You said one of the victims' friends.
yeah, one of the victim friends. So, like I said, so it must be some more people.
But is it he claiming to be the victim?
Yes, he's a victim, but he said that that's his friend, and he needed to get a job. You know what I'm saying? And she can help him.
Told him to get on.
No, she told him she had a job for him. He didn't know that. But like I said, we don't know. We don't know he's a victim of a hoax. We don't know.
I said, nah.
But that's what I'm saying. This is crazy. Like he said he victim, or this could be a hoax. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't even put myself on news. I don't care. They talking about they blurred his face for his privacy, like they say, but we know his privacy. But they blurred his face, but we already know, man. He got a pink coat on. So it is a victim of hoax. But let's listen to what it say.
Job.
Once here, he says he was introduced to this woman, Herbanique Forrest, although when they met, he says she went by a different name.
Her name was Cookie.
Cookie, he says, quickly said about signing him up for an escort site. And
see?
She don't look like she run a business. How she gonna help sign somebody up for something?
She signed up for the escort site.
Good. Cookie.
And why would he fall for that? But
Girl, your cookie.
listen, I'm gonna go ahead and put that blade on.
Yeah, because I just
Go ahead and break this cookie up, you know what I'm saying? That's on the screen. This hideous woman, you know what I'm saying, with his Jezebel spirit. You know what I'm saying? So supposedly, like I say, y'all, forced him into this. So we're gonna go to Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22. So you know what I'm saying? We come in, you know what I'm saying, straight with Torah law with this one, you know what I'm saying? Because he messed up, she messed up, everybody around him blood guilt on this situation right here. 18 verse 22. Do not lie with a male as one lies with a woman. It's the abhorrence. And like they say, he's saying he was a victim, but how? You a grown man. You supposed to broke loose from some women. They're supposed to be killed or something. You ain't supposed to fold up and do homosexual acts, bro. Listen, no.
Well, hold on. Let me go and get my precept too. That's why I can run mine real quick. We're gonna be in Leviticus 19. All right, and that was verse 29. We're going to. Okay. Now, when I read this precept, family, it's gonna say daughters, right? Alluded to females. However, family, you need to take the same precept and use it in a man's context as well. Okay, pretty much humanity. Okay. All right. Now let's go ahead and get it. Do not degrade your daughter and make her a harlot, lest the land fall into harlotry and the land be filled with depravity, which is forcing or enticing another person into prostitution, is a defilement of the land and a moral corruption before Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh. Even though this verse speaks of a father and a daughter, the principle applies to anyone who pressures or manipulates another into sexual sin. Okay? So the manipulation or the pressure they had was that tool that they had on their hip. Okay? And they had this man out here performing all these type of acts on other men, which made that man may have been turned out. Okay? Now, you didn't just do this to this man. Now you got this man possibly wanting to enjoy same-sex relations now, family. Wow. That's what you got going on when you're doing messed up stuff like this. Okay?
These are sick women. These women sick.
They sick. Who taught y'all this stuff?
Even though he's a man, they must have had AR-15 choppers. They probably had all.
They had something big enough to get his.
I would have never fought. I would have never gave in to the women.
No.
They know they had to take me out.
And they look like
that's bad. No, look how she looking at she should be seeing, like, he probably be in front of her. She's like, where you going there? That I probably go like the moon. You know what I'm saying? That one right now, I ain't trying to be funny, but she probably, hey, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Looking at him, that eye going, he supposed to throw something. That I would have caught that right there. He ran, but he don't know that trick. But listen, man, he got played.
Yeah, he got played. But I don't know what you want. So you dare skip what I'm saying. Okay, if he would have threw a rock and she would have went chasing it, Esmeralda was right there though. So Esmeralda cannot be a good friend, right?
She ain't a good friend at all.
Okay, so the money. It's a precept where where the wicked, they all flock together. And then people, they feed off of that energy and stuff that you push out on you, and it attracts demons. And that's some demon foolish stuff, because ain't no way you about to be my friend and think I'm about to be involving myself like this and not help me get out of this, but still continue to put me in a situation and think we're gonna continue to be friends.
That's crazy. That's freaking crazy.
Crazy. Cold prostitute stuff.
Okay, so what she did, that so-called friend that he had, that wasn't a friend at all. You know what I'm saying? That was a curse. Something that was gonna lead him the wrong way. Proverbs chapter 16. And we're gonna go to verse 29 with this one right here. A lawless man misleads his friend, making him take the wrong way. And that lawless man can be a female too, you know what I'm saying? It's individual. And that individual led that man down the wrong way.
Yeah, so don't y'all be out here getting too caught up on what it
Put a gun to his head.
Scripture. Baby, it means humanity. Okay.
They probably did on the same way like how that girl got done on that movie, abducted at HBCU.
Oh yeah.
They probably had him on chains and everything.
Go watch that. He should have probably watched that Lifetime movie before this life situation.
But yeah, buddy, it's crazy. You ready to make in the video?
Yeah, sir.
Told him he'd have to have sex with men for money. The next day, he says he saw an opportunity to escape and returned home. But just 4 hours later, deputies say a doorbell camera shows Pena and Forrest at the victim's front door, this time with an armed man.
Pause. You see this right here? Now, see what I'm saying? It's victim of hoax. He escaped. You went home. So if you don't went home and like hours later, these people done came to your house, ain't no way you supposed to came out of the house. How they came to the house and knocked on the door and came in and got them put with guns. You know what I'm saying? So how? Man, listen, I'd be right on my phone, boom. Listen. Victim of hoax, man. It's a sad situation, but here we go, man.
To escape and returned home. But just 4 hours later, deputies say a doorbell camera shows Pena and Forrest at the victim's front door, this time with an armed man. Investigators say they and Nixon Simmons forced him into a...
So now, so they brought him, this man, that's a
trans.
Yeah, he came armed with him. That's how they got him out the house. Come on. Something don't sound right, but hey, he messed up. Something don't sound right.
So the first two women were armed.
Well, they were armed. But you gotta understand what he telling the people. But like I said, they said the doorbell camera called him.
Yeah.
4 hours later came doorbell camera. They armed and
him.
Yeah, chopper. Brought him out the house. Here you go.
They and Nixon Simmons forced him into a car at gunpoint.
Cookie started beating me, and she was like, "Don't I ever leave again? Like, if I ever leave, like, she'll blow my brains out."
For the next 6 days, he says he was beaten, plied with drugs, and deprived of food. At night, he says he was expected to solicit men in this Ross parking lot, although he says he only ever slept with one.
I knew that.
Pause. Even though he's a victim, he's saying. So
he done had some perversions, nations.
Oh man.
Go ahead, baby. Google it.
I'll be coming from Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. If a man lies with a male as one lies with a woman, the two of them have done an abhorrent thing. They shall be put to death. Their blood guilt is upon them. So off top, now listen, he's saying he's victim. So that means he laid down with this dude and did this abominable act, right? Cookie, him that came with the gun, the other dude with the lashes, boom, blood guilt on him and blood guilt on the friend that, you know what I'm saying? Esmeralda, they got him into doing this right here. But blood guilt on all of them because y'all done forced him with a gun, this, that, and that. Man, this is a sad situation because you don't know if he's a victim or they went too hard at making him do something and he came forward and told the story.
Now,
but, they say they came with guns, so he got to be a victim, but it don't seem like a victim.
Now look,
go.
I was gonna sit here and I was like gonna try to champion for this man right here.
He could be the victim, but look how
And
it
being
sounds
the
like a
victim, but
book,
It sounds to me
like an urban novel.
like they probably used him to get the bag from other people, other men or women, right? Because he may have been the more attractive out of the four, right?
Yes, sir.
So
It's great.
they used that to try to get the bag, and then once he realized maybe that he was gonna have to sleep with multiple men,
That's crazy.
and the first encounter he didn't like that.
That's crazy.
So he probably was like, look, let me go call the laws.
Man.
But I'm gonna get into my precept, Micah.
Hey, they came to have the guns. So that's what I said that solidified that he was a victim, but it don't sound like a victim. It sounds like he was cool. He might be, you know what I'm saying? He what we talking about?
He was down with it.
He was down, you know what I'm saying? But not knowing what was really going on. Yeah, it's pink. I feel it. I just feel like he was down with it, but he didn't expect them, you know what I'm saying, beat up on him, do all this stuff right here. Come to the house and snatch my house with guns because they got caught on doorbell camera.
I know they got caught on doorbell. But what them pit movies, they train them Zanaz good.
So they beat him and put him on drugs, like he said. But look though how he explained it. It's like that movie. Abducted at the HBCU. Got the girl chained up, you know what I'm saying? Gave him drugs, kept putting stuff in the drink, you know what I'm saying? But he said they were beating him. Cookie were beating him. Hit him with pistols, all kind of stuff.
But then you also got to look at it like this. You got to find out how long has he been friends with that Esmeralda girl. Because if you was friends with somebody for a long amount of time, you would already build a rapport with them and know like how their lifestyle is. So if he was,
I feel like he knew that. I feel like he knew their lifestyle.
Too.
I think he just he didn't mind signing up on the escort site, but he didn't know
it was gonna be.
I think they flipped the script on the right then. That's why I say it. How the story sound like, wait, bro. So you just went open-handedly inside a situation where they finna put you on a dating site, you know, it's a prostitution dating site, just only for men. So you had to be down with this, you know what I'm saying?
And then if you not down, why are you still walking around with that light color fruit on?
Yeah, what I'm saying, that's what threw it on. That's what make it. That's why I said pink coat, this, that, and that. But regardless,
and stuff.
He violated laws. It
is what it is. Micah, chapter 2, verse 1 through 2. All right, and it states, Micah, chapter 2, verse 1 through 2, and it states, those who plan iniquity and design evil on their beds. Okay, when morning dawns, they do it, for they have the power. They covet fields and seize them, houses and take them away. They defraud men of their homes and people of their land. Now, this precept broken down, family, it means just this: anyone who plot or scheme to defraud or exploit someone, including sexually, falls under Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh's judgment, as in verse 3. Now, Adoniyah, if you don't mind, can you go to Micah chapter 2, and I want you to read verse 3 for me.
Assuredly, thus saith Yah, I am planning such a misfortune against this clan that you will not be able to free your necks from it. You will not be able to walk erect. It will be such a time of disaster.
A time of disaster. Okay? So all this plotting and scheming out here you're doing and exploiting other people just to get the mundane. Y'all said he gonna put y'all in some type of situations, friends, and you ain't gonna be able to get your neck out of it. Okay?
Right.
All right, that's all I wanted to bring on it.
You know how that situation went, right? So with this man right here, he say he fell for this type of situation, right? So Cookie will definitely fall up under this right here, Proverbs chapter 5.
Come on.
For the lips of the forbidden woman drip honey. Her mouth is smoother than oil, but in the end she is bitter than wormwood. So Esmeralda, his friend, you know what I'm saying, with this forbidden woman. You know what I'm saying? that
Definitely.
swindled him up in him. It states, but in the end, she is bitter as wormwood, sharper than a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold of Sheol. She does not chart a path of life. So Esmeralda does not chart a path of life. She is demonic, you know what I'm saying, wicked, because they misled this man down too. But anyhow, like I said, I feel like he has some nefarious ways about him. So he got caught up in the situation where it turned bad.
And he probably didn't like being hit on, so now he over here doing all this. Like I said, he don't mess with that man and stuff. And he don't want nobody gonna say, well, you liked it. Yeah.
Ready?
Continue.
So he says he only ever slept with one.
I knew that if I made them money, they would keep making me work for them. They would keep me around. So I just tried not to sleep with anybody.
Even so, he says the experience left him drained, and at one point, hoping Forrest would make good on an earlier threat.
Like a couple of days in, I kind of wanted her to kill me. Like I told her to kill me, like just get it over with.
In the end, he says it was his aunt who saved him. October 24th, he says he was able to text her using a phone he'd hidden from his captors, and that she picked him up during one of those nights out in the Ross parking lot.
I was just like, yeah, this is not a good place to be at.
And the victim says he wasn't the only one forced to do this. One of the suspects, Esmeralda Pena, also beaten and made to walk the streets, he says. Right now, this case still under active investigation. Live downtown, Luke Jones, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
Truth out the bag. So Esmeralda was beaten to this too. Cat out the bag. So we didn't know. I said this is like we ain't see the end, so we didn't know it was gonna end like this. So Esmeralda, the same girl who I just said was just a big woman, she was a victim too. So they put the wham bam lamb on her with the pistols and everything, drugs, and all that. Hey, you better get him in. So she worked as, you know what I'm saying, a scout. So she was that forbidden woman though, because she should
find out we are some daggone good news anchor people.
No, not me. I'm just Adoniyah720 reacts. That's it. You know?
Well, if anybody need a co-host on one of them crime shows, holler at me. I ain't got nothing going on.
No, I really saw this. You did.
I'll let you get all the credit too. I'm gonna bring another preset now, unless you got another one. Pull up.
No, bring yours.
All right, thank you, sir. We're gonna go to wisdom, and this is gonna be the last precept that I'm going to bring for the evening, and that's gonna be Psalms chapter 10, verse 2. And it states, "The wicked in his arrogance hounds the lowly. May they be caught in the schemes they devise." Now, family, this precept broken down means just this. Yohei sees and judges the wicked who take advantage of others for their own gain or pleasure. Now, from getting through this whole little video right here, we learn that those two, that Kaka Zanai, and that other one, they took advantage.
That dude, they little dude, you know what I'm saying? That was the dude, the one that had the big eyelashes. That was ugly dude. That was ugly dude.
I'm talking about the Kaka one.
Cookie in the trend, you know what I'm saying? That's who, you know what I'm saying? That's who did the wham bam lamb on him, you know what I'm saying? On him and Esmeralda.
Cookie in the trend. Cookie in the trend. But yeah, y'all know what y'all really do. Anyways, yeah, that right there. Miss. Now y'all sitting up here, y'all doing all this to Esmeralda and stuff, done beat up old Poe Esmeralda and the man who say he ain't gave me his. Y'all like, y'all gonna get what y'all get, because y'all did all that for gain and for your own personal pleasures and stuff like that.
His friend, he said, I was looking for a job. He looking for a job, right?
But he was at Ross inside the daggone parking lot. Why he looking for the application?
That's why I say you victim of hoax. So listen, right? So this one get it, right? This right here get it. He said he was looking for a job, right? So, and he said Esmeralda was his friend. Is that a past friend that he grew up with, or somebody I just met a few days? So it's just like that, like that movie. from HBCU, you know what I'm saying? How Buddy bought her the little meal and everything to get her calm, you know what I'm saying? So Esmeralda probably hung around a few days, you know what I'm saying? He's like, man, I need some work, man. I'm tired of being broke. She brought, I got you a job, I got you a job. Yeah, he said that's how he said it. And he think they're gonna
put his butt to work.
Yeah, he think they're gonna put that slave with him. Put them drugs in his system and all that. Hey, but that's real though. That's how human trafficking is though. You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff that we gotta be vigilant on. That stuff that ruining the children, you know what I'm saying? The females, the males, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people. Especially in the West Coast, it's heavy. All up and down there, you know what I'm saying? The north to the south, man, that human trafficking is bad, bro. And that's what cooking them had to be doing. See what I'm saying? She called it so-called the time probably be the cooking from Empire, but she wasn't out.
Boy, I wouldn't give her that much credit. There go Toronto again.
That's why she never cooking. You know, she called it hard. You know what I'm saying? No, she was cooking because you know how cooking months his eye cookie off Empire, right? But
she got the gun.
I'm lining up the cookie month. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? His eyes go every which way, like her eyes went. And she had a bad weave on hanging out. All that was bad. You know what I'm saying?
Why don't you take them daggone express and put them all over your forehead and make baby hair like that?
But anyhow, family, you know what I'm saying? We just went through this video, you know what I'm saying? It's a crazy situation. We don't know if the victim or who, but Texan man claims woman forced him into the S word, but we see the fools that was on here. This ugly lady named Cookie and a tranny, you know what I'm saying? Put the pistols on this boy and this Spanish little girl, but it's crazy, man. But this concludes, you know what I'm saying, episode 8 of Righteous Reaction season 2.
Episode 8.
But Adoniyah720.
Baht Of Zion.
And we out of here. Shalom, Bear Talk.